Hey, Faith here, all the way from Iceland. And I just wanted to speak to you today about tapping. Because I'm having a lot of people ask a lot of questions about tapping, and it had a big impact on my own health, and I use it with a lot of my clients as well. But the thing with tapping is it can become quite heady, and as you will know from perhaps some of the other videos that you've watched of mine, heady is not good when we're working from the head rather than the heart. We're working not in the most effective, nourishing, nurturing, and healing space. So when we do traditional tapping, where we have a set up phrase and a closed down phrase, and we tap certain points, and we tap in saying certain things, then what happens is it can become really quite heady and not as effective as it could be. The best way for it to be effective is to work from the heart, so work with the emotions, the raw emotions that come up. So if you've been using tapping and not finding it as effective as you thought, or you'd like to take it to another level, then what I can recommend is you work on the emotions. And so you can start with the physical issues. So it could be you have a knee problem, or you have a neck problem, or a relationship problem, or whatever it is. But then you tap on how it actually feels, how that makes you really feel deep down. So we're doing it completely unedited, unfiltered, and without getting really heady about it. So I don't recommend that you kind of you get, maybe right at the moment you're upset with your brother, your sister, your mother, whoever, and what we tend to do is think, oh, okay, I shall tap on that later, and then we set an hour aside later on, and we go, even though I am upset with my brother or sister, mother, I deeply love and accept myself. And we kind of go through this process, but that process generally puts people off because they don't always know what to say. And anything that puts you off actually using the tapping is not good, because we want to be using it. Basically, you want to be tapping on anything and everything whenever, but in the moment. So even if you have to take yourself off to the toilet because you're at work and someone's just done your head in, then that's the thing to do. So basically, use it in the moment. So if right at this moment you're upset with somebody, then tap and just pick one of the points. You can do the whole lot if you want, but just if it's easier, just pick one point. And I particularly like the karate chop. This is a really good one. One of the others, one of the fingers, whatever. Just pick one that works for you. But like I said, I like the karate chop one. And rather than saying a set up phrase and getting all heady about it, literally tap on how you feel at the moment. So if somebody at work or at home or something has just upset you, then they've really just upset me. I'm really peed off about this. And this is the thing, you want to be, don't edit it in any way. If they have effed you off to high heaven, then say that. It's being as truthful as possible. And I know with the tapping, it can feel backward because we're always being told to be positive and say positive things and stuff. But the thing is that's not what's going on up here still. So we're in conflict with our own thoughts, because up here we're thinking, oh, that really upset me and annoyed me and blah, blah, blah. But then we're thinking, oh, no, I've got to be good and I've not got to say that and I've got to behave. But then we've got this conflict going on in our brain then, and then that causes dis-ease within the body and stuff. So tap on exactly how you feel, even if it is, and I say this in all my workshops to people, even if it is, Faith hasn't got a bloody clue what she's talking about with this tapping, it doesn't work, I'm really annoyed, I'm really pissed off, whatever it is. So you tap on exactly how you're feeling in the moment, and it's always the highest feeling. So if you started with, I'm really upset with my brother, mother, sister, whatever, they've really annoyed me and they peed me off and they don't understand me and blah, blah, blah. But then if you're thinking, I don't understand this tapping, I don't understand how it works, this is stupid, it makes me feel silly, then that's what you tap on first. So it's always the highest thought first. And then that's kind of all your resistances to the process. So we want to tap through those first before you actually get to the thing that is bothering you. So it's whatever is bubbling up the most. So sometimes you have random stuff come through. So it'll be, even though my brother is really annoying me, really upset me with what he said, but then you have a random thought about something else that happened that was similar or something, then you tap on that. But it's on the emotions, so it might start with, I have a knee pain, or I have a ankle problem, or a brother problem, or whatever. But then how does it make you feel? It makes you feel angry. I'm angry right now. I'm really annoyed with them, and I know I shouldn't be angry because they've tried to do lots of nice things for me, but I'm really pissed off with them right now. I don't understand why things are happening like this. I'm fed up of feeling like this. Why nothing's going to be easier? This causes me pain in my heart, in my being, whatever it is. Get it out. If you start to feel emotional, I'm feeling emotional now, and that really pisses me off because I'm fed up of crying over it. And then again, they don't understand what I'm going through, so why am I doing this tapping? Whatever it is, whatever bubbles up, that's what you tap on, those raw emotions. And then you say, I'm open to letting go of this. I'm open to learning from this. I'm open to healing from this. I'm open to reacting a different way. So being open, or another one's giving yourself permission. I give myself permission to let go of this. Give myself permission to move through this. Those being open and being given permission send a really powerful message to the subconscious mind. But when we say, in a lot of traditional tapping, we say things like, I am healed, I am wealthy, I am happy. But if you don't believe that, then you cause more conflict again. So if you don't believe that all the good stuff, then be open to believing them, be open to learning from them, be open to healing in that way in the future. And that sends that powerful message to the subconscious mind to make it start to happen. And if you do say things, even if it's I'm open, and you still don't feel it, then tap on that basically. I don't feel open. I don't feel open to this happening. I don't feel open to this tapping. It's really annoying me. I feel stupid. And then, I give myself permission for that to be okay. I let go of the need for it to be any other way. So we're kind of then putting in some acceptance as well. Because it's the conflict we feel around with things that is the problem. Most of the time, it's not the actual problem. I see this time and time again with people with chronic fatigue syndrome when they come to me for coaching, is actually what we end up dealing with first is the conflict about how they feel about their health, not the actual health condition itself, because the conflict is creating more adrenal responses, more nervous system responses within them. So when we let go of the conflict around health, then we can get to the actual health problem itself and address that. So it's always dealing with the conflict of how we feel. So if you're doing anything in your life that makes you feel conflicted or bad in any way, then that's a really good indication to tap on it. So like I said, I prefer the karate chop, and you just tap. So say if you're feeling anxious today, you say, I feel really anxious, or I'm fed up of feeling this way, and it's really crippling, and it exhausts me, and I don't understand why it's happening, and I just want to feel different. And you tap on all that, and then you're like, it makes me feel emotional, it makes me feel angry, it makes me feel crippled, it makes me feel different from everyone else. I just want to be the same. Now I feel emotional, now I feel angry, whatever it is, get it all out. In each tapping, you might tap initially to start with loads of times in the day, but each time you do it, it doesn't have to be really long, like in the traditional kind of EFT type work. It can literally be just what I've just done now. Just get out what you need to get out, and then be open to things being different, be open to things changing, be open to learning from this and growing from this. Always take a deep breath afterwards and let go of whatever has just happened. And then you might need to tap again in 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days, whatever it is. But tap on the raw emotions as they come up, and that will be the most effective way you can use the tapping. And if you're put off by certain phrases, by all the tapping points, and I know when I first tapped, I couldn't even hold my hand up to tap this. I had to prop my arm up on a pillow to to tap my face and things like that, and it was exhausting. So, you know, just pick the one that feels easiest and tap on what you can do right now. And even if it's, I can't tap on much because this is tiring, then tap on that. I'm open to this being different next time. I'm open to letting go of any barriers I have. You know, just do what you can when you can. Forget about all the complicated bits of it. Just do what you can when you can, and then things will start to shift. And things and habits will be broken, and blockages will start to clear within the body, because the tapping works on the meridians and clears blockages within the body as well. So you can start to feel more energized, more focused, and more connected to yourself, because you're actually listening to what's going on here, rather than getting conflicted and confused about what's going on up here. So if you've got quite heady about your tapping, then that's a good indication that you need to be tapping on the emotions around whatever is going on for you, and not just sitting down and doing a regimented tapping routine, which you do clear stuff from, because that's how I started out. But the tapping on the raw emotions, that's the most important thing in the moment. So if you have to run off to the toilet or go and hide somewhere, just 10 seconds, clear it. Just get out of that habit of thinking that way and start clearing these blockages, and see what happens. I'd be interested to hear how it all goes for you. So please comment below or send me a message through my website, that's the word. So take care, and thank you very much for listening once again. Bye bye.